So, I watched the Reckoning, the Diddy documentary, and first I want to say that uh, 50 needs to receive an honorary doctorate in psychology from one of these prestigious universities. That's what I'll say first and foremost. Um, Second, okay, so I want to offer my 2 cents. Um, I have a very analytical mind and I pay attention to the details and I like to use critical thinking. Two things that stuck out to me um, in the documentary. The first being the attention to detail. So, in part one, there's a quick scene where the camera person, the camera person pans to um, Diddy putting on a second pair of socks over socks that he's already wearing. I think this was before the scene, like before he went to go bike riding. So, if you paid attention, you noticed that he had on some striped multicolored socks. And then he proceeded to put on a pair of black socks with white lightning bolts over top of that pair of socks. So I'm like, okay, he was going to ride a bike, but I'm like, oh, okay. In hindsight, I'm like, all right, well, maybe, you know, for to contain the sweat, whatever. I don't know. Now, fast forward to the clip of he and Cassie in the hallway. When Diddy came chasing after her, that man had on nothing but a towel and a pair of socks on his feet. If you pay attention to his feet and those socks, they look like the same exact socks he's wearing in the scene I just described before he goes bike riding. What the F? What the fuck? Number two, something else that stuck out to me was when the co-founder of Bad Boy was describing the scene when Diddy and a couple others bum rushed the office to get the 25% stake back or to have him sign back over his 25% stake as a founding member. Now you think, all right, he came in with bats, whatever. I mean, like you either gonna fight your way out, whatever. But then in the final part of the documentary, the co-founder is asked if anything was ever done to him by Diddy, and he purposely said, he paused. You could see the disassociation in his eyes, the glazed over look, and he said that Diddy harmed him in a sexually deviant manner. Now, think back to what he said about the baseball bat and him coming into his office to sign over the stake. All I'm going to say is there's a movie with Omar Epps, LL Cool J, and there's a scene where someone was tied to a pool table and repeatedly assaulted as a man with a pool cue. They came into the co-founder's office demanding he sign over his 25% stake. Now, the way in which the documentary was presented, I'm quite sure he could have told, the co-founder I'm quite sure he could have told so many other stories that were probably more heinous than, on surface level, he could have told many other stories about, you know, more egregious acts of violence. But he particularly told that story. When Diddy came into those offices and forced that man to sign over his 25% stake as a founding member, he didn't beat him with that baseball bat. Think about it. He said sexually deviant. That is the term he used. It gave me the chills. Go back and look at it. Go back and fast forward. Listen to it. Put your thinking cap on. Come back to my comment section. Leave a comment.